Hello people and students of the internet and people who I send the link to and other people who might be stalking me. Hello my stalker, hello. And what? I've forgotten what to say next. But as you can obviously tell, this is a different background. I didn't mean to make a debut on this background today, but I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just ignore it. But you can probably already tell where I am. If you can, you are intelligent, and I hope the lighting is okay because like this is what I have. So this is how dark I am, by the way. Brown skin girl, dark skin. So anyways, now that I have made you feel very cringy watching this video, let's get right into the how to pass KCSE tips. First thing I wanted to say before I go into the video, which I should have said before, is I made this video because when I was doing my Form 4 and like all the other things I was doing, I used to go on YouTube for like to get motivation on how to pass KCSE and stuff like that. And a lot of these things I couldn't relate to because, you know, it's mostly like white people with their finals, or like, you know, people I just can't relate to. Not white people, like American systems and, you know, IGCSE and all that. So I couldn't relate to it. So I thought, you know, like now that I have opened a YouTube channel, why not make a video that is going to be relevant to my fellow systemites, if that's a thing. But there are so many videos. I think I've seen like 5 videos so far that are specifically on how to pass KCSE. I can't remember the links right now, but if you actually look up KCSE and you know chemistry and all that, you might actually get some by Kenyan YouTubers who went to the 844 system, whatever system is up right now, and you can relate to them. So anyways, now let's get to the video. So my first point is don't slack. I don't know whether you I don't know whether you're in Form 4, I don't know whether you're doing like your third term, I don't know whether in your second term or your first term, or you're in Form 3 or you're in Form 1 or 2, which if you are, props to you. But like the thing is, most people usually tend to like to give up on reading because let's say they're in third term and they're like, you know, what difference will it make? Let me tell you something. It will make all the difference. Even that one day before exam that you read will make a difference. So don't slack in your academics just because you're finishing. Don't give in to laziness. Don't be like, you know what, I'm finishing, what difference will it make if I read or not, you know what. Don't give into that type of talk, you know. Be on your best behavior academic wise and also like behavior wise. Like, you know, this is not a time where you want to get into altercations with teachers, with prefects, with whatever, you know. This is a time where you want to actually be focused and be a serious student in school. You don't want to do your exams from outside school, like, you know, some students who are usually suspended and all that. You know, it's kind of not so fun because you also feel like maybe people are looking at you like, oh my god, she's doing an exam from suspension or something. But you know, it doesn't even matter. Think I'll spat. It doesn't matter whether you're doing exam from outside school or from America or from Australia or wherever. You know, what matters is that you don't slack behavior wise and academic wise. And just be the best version of yourself you can be during this KCSE period. My next point is be brave no matter what. As in, KCSE time is a time where a lot of people wake up, and you know, teachers, they like to gossip. They like to be like, oh, this one woke up in third term, oh, this one woke up due in November and the exam was in November. You know, like, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, teachers will talk, other students will talk, they will gossip, they will do all that, and at the end of the day, when you pass your exam, they won't even remember. They won't even be like, kumbe aliamka that. They'll just be like, wow, this was a good student. You know, even if you've never seen a teacher in the staff room like this term, go to the staff room, go read from there, go get your consultation, go get your money's worth of school fees, you know. As in, just be brave. Don't even care whether people say, oh, she started to be serious in that term, oh, she started doing this, oh, this, that, oh, blah, blah. Always, you have to be brave. You have to put on a brave front. You have to be serious. Whether you used to sleep from Form 1 to 3 in class, and in Form 4 you decided not to sleep in class, be brave. Kwani, there's no reputation like sleeping, by the way. It won't follow you anywhere. So, the main point is just be brave. Be brave about it. You know, this is for your future, which links to my next point. Have a why. Now, your why could be your future, your why could be your career, your why could be like what you want to gain, like what you want from KCSE. KCSE might not be super important to some people. Like, I'm not saying that don't take it seriously, but it may not be a determining factor in some people's lives. Ugh. But if you're doing it for first system, even if you go where, even if who you are, I'm very, very sure that KCSE is a determining factor. But have a why for your future. Maybe you're reading because you want to be a doctor, so you have to pass. Maybe you're reading because you want to be an engineer. Maybe you're reading because you want all this. Have a why. And even if you're like, okay, I have no idea what my career goals are, don't worry, I got you. Like, as in, even your why can be like, you don't want to disappoint your parents or your teachers. Like, I know that's not such a strong thing, but let that drive you. The fact that your parents have skid what the fact that your parents have paid school fees, your teachers have taught you, like, let that just drive you in a way. Let that be your why. Let even the fact that you want other people to look up to you, just let that be your why. Just have a why, something that when you get up at 4 a.m. in the morning to read, you know why you're getting up, because if you don't have a why, you just get up, you'll read 2 pages and you'll be like, I'm done, and you'll go back to sleep. You won't have the drive. So just look for a why. Write it down, stick it on your bed, stick it on your locker, stick it on your wardrobe, stick it on the walls, which links to being brave. Don't even care that people say, oh, she started making a timetable in third term. Make a whole calendar in third term if you want to. Okay, I'm spitting. What? The main point is have a why. My next point is be positive always. And I think this is like wrapping around so many things. Like, it's so easy to just lose hope immediately, mostly because of what people say. Like, let's say from the previous year, they'll be like, oh my god, biology was so hard, then you're like, oh my god, biology is also so hard. So like, you get stressed about biology and all that. Like, just be positive. I know it sounds crazy, but there's this thing called crazy faith. It's a concept. Just be so crazily positive, like you even amaze yourself, because the moment you just be positive, whatever, as in, it kind of like, you get what I'm saying, it follows you, it becomes part of you, that when you even enter into an exam room or an exam hall, like, you're positive about it, and that's the first step to passing an exam. Like, not being negative and fearing it or something. And my next point, which is just linking to that, is believe in yourself. And I cannot stress this enough. I'm not saying that it's possible to not read and pass by believing in yourself, but I'm saying it's possible, honestly. Like, do you know how much believing in yourself can make a difference on whether you pass or fail an exam? I know there's something like exam phobia, but I'm telling you, enter that exam room like you are the one who set it. Enter that exam room like, like, ingia your exam room, as in, just have all the confidence in yourself. Do anything. I once saw this on like social media or something. Before an exam, do like a Superman pose, like I don't know like how to mean it, like over here, like, okay, I can't, but do like, go to the washroom or something and do, just tell yourself, I can do this. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, Kathy, you're going to pass this exam. And let me tell you, believing in yourself can even add you 20%. Like, this is not a cultic thing I'm trying to tell you people. It's just the power of confidence. It will even, it'll even help you in how you answer the questions, like, cause you'll be able to confidently answer the questions. It won't be those cases where you skip question 1, question 2 asks you about question 1, question 10 asks you about question 7, and you're like, what do I do? When you're confident, you even have the confidence to actually have the calmness. You get, like, you are confident enough to be calm in an exam room. But I'm not saying that crying is prohibited in an exam room. If you want to cry in an exam room, cry. It will help you pass. Next, and my final point, is trust in God. And I can also not stress this point enough, the power of trusting in God. Because we have James 1:5, which says, if anyone wants wisdom, let him ask of me, and I will give willingly. I'm paraphrasing. And this verse goes on to say that if you have your trust in God, like you have your complete faith in God. This verse doesn't say, if you have your trust in God, half of it, and half of it in Mwakenya. And yes, I'm saying no to Mwakenya right now. Have full and complete trust in God. Don't waver, just stand firm and ask God to give you wisdom. And I know you know, Christians are usually bashed on this thing, like they'll enter the exam room and expect God to tell them that 2 plus 2 is 4, and you know, pi is 3.142 and all that. That's not exactly what is being implied here, but even the wisdom to grasp the knowledge that you're supposed to know, learn for your exam, you know, the wisdom to learn properly, to work smart. You know, there's always this concepts, do you work smart, work hard, you know, what's the difference, you know. Okay, I'm saying you know too much. It's not, don't use this in your compositions or whatever you guys do. I don't know, I can't relate. Anyways, what was I saying? I was saying that the moment you put your trust in God and ask, He will give you. When you ask, it's even in the Bible, Matthew 7:7, ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open unto you. I can't remember the other one, but I hope you all get my point. Like, I think I have a list of Bible verses that I'm going to put in the description down below for encouragement for Form 4, because I'm telling you, if I didn't have those Bible verses in my Form 4, I think I would have nervous breakdowns every 10 seconds. Like, standing firm in the Lord and trusting in God really kept me sane, because I was so scared. I was so scared of Form 4, by the way. I was so scared of doing my final exam. I just thought that I was going to fail, that, you know, I was super scared. But I can assure you that when you put your trust in God, He will not put you to shame. That's in the Bible, and that's a promise from Jesus Himself. And lastly, I know I said that was my last point, but as I sign off, I want to say something. KCSE is not the end of life. Win or fail, pass or lose, whatever, you know, it's not a defining factor of your life. So stop stressing so much about it that you even looked it up on YouTube. Just stop stressing too much about it. It's not something, okay, KCSE is important, but it doesn't define you as a person. It doesn't define you in life. I finished my Form 4 like a year ago, so like you can check the link. Like, this video was produced in August 2019. I finished my Form 4 in like November 2018. The last time I was asked about my results was January 2019, and that was just relatives asking what I got, surely. And the results came out, I think, in December or something. This goes to show you that it doesn't okay, it matters that you do the exam well, but whatever happens in the end does not matter and does not define you, for sure. There are so many other ways of gaining knowledge in this world. Undergraduate is not the only one of them. I know that your teachers in school and your principals and whoever might scare you and be like, you know, if you don't do this and you fail and this and this and this and all these bad things will happen, you know. But life is way more than that. I personally know a billionaire or a millionaire. I don't know how rich he is, and he hasn't even given me permission to say this on YouTube. But if you ever see this video, thank you. He dropped out of school in class 3. And I think he's either a millionaire or a billionaire. You know, when you're so rich that people don't even know whether you're a millionaire or a billionaire, that shows something about you as a person, not letting things like KCSE and school define you. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and bye.